morning and welcome back to my studio. I'm Mary Corrado from Portland, Oregon, and I am here to do a demonstration on one of Amy Howard's fabulous products. This product today we are going to be using is called Better with Age. This is such an easy process that you will be hooked on it. The only thing you need to know when you're using Better with Age, this is not a stain. This has to go on raw wood, and what it will do is it will age your wood down to that beautiful barnwood gray tones, the kind of wood that if you've left it outside for a long time, it will get that gorgeous patina on it. Let me show you really fast with, this is a quarter sawn, I'm gonna cover up my writing, a quarter sawn white oak. The other side has been treated with the Better with Age. Look at that color. This also has been waxed with Cerusing Wax, white wax. So see how it penetrates into the grain of the wood, and it's absolutely stunning. This is oak, and oak has a lot of tannins in it, and the oak will absolutely turn this gorgeous dark color. Okay, so let's get started. And actually, before we do get started, why don't you say hi, tell me where you're from, and if you share the video with 3 friends, your name will go into a drawing and you will be the lucky winner of your very own Better with Age. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera down and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay. So what we do is we start with just our can of vintage wood, Better with Age, and I am going to be working on a raw candlestick. Now, this product must be used on raw wood. This will not go over shellac, it will not go over wax, it will not go over paint. It must be completely raw wood. That way, since this is not a stain, it's an actual solution that penetrates into the wood and turns it the gray color. So, to get started, we are going to, well, actually I'm not gonna use a cup, I'll just do it straight out of here, but I wanna open this up and give it a stir, because you do wanna stir this as you use it, because it will settle. It's just a dark, watery consistency. Give it a good stir. And then we are going to just dip our chip brush in. And I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see better. And we just brush. It's gonna go on looking, it gets a little messy, it's gonna go on looking brown. And as it dries, it will start to turn gray. Now this is not an oak candlestick. In fact, I really am not sure what kind of wood this is. I found these at just a Goodwill, and I know they came from probably a big box store, but I tried one earlier and it did turn a really nice light gray. The more tannins in your wood, the darker gray it will turn. So this wood, I am assuming, does not have a lot of tannins. It doesn't look like it does. I know pines and some of these lighter woods do not. Mahoganies, oaks, and the like, those type of woods have the most tannins and they turn the darkest. But this, it definitely does react no matter how light or dark the wood species is. So let's just get this all coated. It's just watery. Kind of give your solution a stir as you go. Always use clean slate first if you feel that there's anything on the surface, even if it's raw. Just give it a good little wipe down. Make sure there's no waxes or anything that would not allow this to soak in. Okay, everything's covered. And I'm going to just, I have another one, but see how dark this wood is already? Don't know if it's something different, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. I kind of want to see if this gets any darker. So let's do this real fast, and then we will start to dry our piece so we can see how the wood has reacted. This is so beautiful on, you can take, maybe if you want to sand everything down, you could do some old oak cabinets in this finish. It would be absolutely beautiful. It's that beautiful restoration hardware, grayed out wood kind of look. The cerusing wax that we'll add later also is what makes it look absolutely gorgeous. It will get into the grain and gray up the finish also. Yeah, this one's turning pretty dark, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what it does when it's dried. Really, that's all there is you just put the stuff on. You want 100% coverage, so it's affected everywhere. I'll leave the bottom alone so we can kind of see the start. And now let's try and dry these. See if we can't get these nice and dry. Let's watch them kind of gray up. As it dries, it will start to turn gray. Okay, so here they are dry. And honestly, even though this one looked so much darker to begin with, it's not a lot darker than this one. But I'm gonna show you, it goes from this color to this color. Okay, now we are going to add our cerusing wax. And this is Amy Howard's Vintage Wood Cerusing Wax. It's just a white wax that we will apply with a chip brush, and we'll apply it everywhere. You just want to get good coverage. Now, you really don't have to use the white wax if you don't want to. You could just leave these if you like it looking really dry and kind of weathered that way. You can leave it like that. I just like the way this finishes it. I think this gives it, turns it a little grayer. and you can buff it a little bit and it will just have just a light sheen to it. Just make sure we get this everywhere. And then we will come back with a rag, a lint-free rag, or we can come back with some 4/0 steel wool. And we will start to rub this back. Okay. Let's let that dry just a little tiny bit. Okay, let's get our lint-free rag. And start to just kind of, with a hip drag motion, just start taking some off. And it will leave it, depending on where you hit. It's nice to try and leave some so that you have some nice, bringing out some nice details, some nice accent of color. Get the top. Or you can take your steel wool and this is a nice way to tone it down a little bit also. Let's get the top nice and finished. Honestly, that's pretty much all she wrote. Here's another one I did yesterday. Let me turn this up. So each wood will accept the better with age in its own way, depending on the type of wood. So this one did turn out a little bit darker than this one. And here it is before I even have put any wax on it. See how it takes it, the white wax takes it to this grayed, beautiful barnwood color and look. It's absolutely stunning. So, super, super easy way to transform your raw wood pieces. Now, I highly recommend you give it a try, and thank you for joining me today. And if you've got an old oak dresser or an oak coffee table or anything like that, and you want it to suddenly come back into fashion and back into vogue, absolutely try the vintage wood Better with Age. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.